Definitely need a nice little stool. And something. Yeah, small little table. Because, you know, it would be nice to have both hands. Although you can put it on there. Not bad. I like it sunny side up for this reason. Yeah. On the trail. Ooh, that was not good. He just fell like really hard. Ah. You all right? Dinner and a show. The fact that I don't have a table. Well, I do, but not like a good one. Anyway. I could use a spatula too, but like I said, I'm more of a fork guy. Everything with the fork. You okay? No, I almost fell a couple of ways back. It's really slippery. Yeah. Dude, take it easy. Dinner in the show. Dude, on the bike, I don't know what the hell happened, but it just went shoom like that. Not like, you know, front tire flip, or no, it just went throom. It's just what the best show I've ever seen without paying admission. You know what I mean? It was like showtime, dude. HBO quality. It should have been. Camera was over there. Would have been the best. That would have been the highlight of this whole thing. But either way, this is it. So far, that's a winner. That's definitely a winner. You know, this is definitely a winner. Bam! Dude. I'm highly satisfied. So, I definitely need a stool. Well, not a stool, but a table. And on wet days like this, I need like a piece of plastic or something I can put all this stuff on. Yeah, definitely need something like that. You're going to be going out soon. But on my next motorcycle trip or camping, so far that's a winner. I'm happy I modded that. If I need it. Definitely need a small table. Oh, there you go. Thanks for joining me, guys. I know it's a mess, but I've never been one to be like a clean guy. You know, when you go camping, it's like, you know, it's about trying to get situated. And that's what this is. This is me trying to get used to stuff and trying to figure out what I need for camping. The only difference is these things, the video, and then me talking to a video instead of myself. But yeah, now I don't even know if that's too far or too close, if this is going to be hearing me well. I'm going to find out, right? This thing slowly die out. It should be just enough for the toast. And then I'll pack up, get going. And then later, because I got to charge the batteries on these, I'll do the steak and peppers. Gotta admit, I kind of enjoyed this part, but talking to myself. I mean, I do it in my head. Nowadays, it's not like they consider it strange. I mean, you got Bluetooth for crying out loud. Back in the day, you know, people would look at someone driving in a car, and you know that they'd be talking to themselves. They didn't have phones back then, or cell phones, or speaker phones. And you figured, yeah, they're crazy. Now, you see everybody talking to themselves everywhere. And you think it's normal because you're thinking, yeah, Bluetooth, cell phone. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So guys, I'm going to enjoy my last bit of coffee. It's all on the bottom. With my toast, and then afterwards I'm going to set up and I'm going to get going and recharge the cameras, hopefully see if they came out okay, and then come back later. I don't know if it's this spot or another spot. Kind of like this whole setup though. I like that this hammock is becoming multi-tool, because that stool I brought out here for, you know, just a case for me to sit down, but obviously it became a table. I'm thinking if I could put something on top of this to convert it as a table, you know, like maybe like I sort of did that, half-assed did that, but maybe if I get some bigger cardboard, I could float where I can fold it and carry it along in the saddlebags. You know, get that well, I don't even know what kind of cardboard it is, but that plastic cardboard, so that way it'll last. And then I can put it on top of that, and it'll be a nice flat surface. Make it a little bit bigger and foldable. Obviously it's foldable, so I can do that, and that'll be a nice little prep table. That way, you know, this is when I don't have a major fire. I use something like that for like stealth camping, you know. I get the Harry Potter invisibility cloak. When I get the Harry Potter invisibility cloak, I could use my big old red motorcycle, candy apple red, you know, bring it out in the woods with me. Yeah. But that, no, I mean, that, you know, for something like this where you can't really start a fire, that's perfect. I wish that it was a little bit bigger, you know, but it's not a deal breaker, because I think I could probably build a fire on the side. I mean, I've got a nice little fireball, but I've got something with that Grim and Barrett. I've got a little grill. It sucked, so obviously I modified it a little bit. It's still in the works. I might use that in conjunction with it. I'm still working that thing out, but I want to get something where I could have like a, you know, notice how I had this earlier. I had this to the side of it, you know, before. I want to see if it'll do the same thing. Probably going to take a lot longer to cook because it's giving heat here, but not on the bottom. So this is why I want to kind of elevate it, you know. But like I said, it's not a deal breaker. And with this thing, you got to constantly keep on it. But other than that, dude, it's perfect. Perfect. sleep system is still something I got to figure out here. Under quilt, I don't know yet. But I was looking around, and I don't know if anybody heard anything about the Gemini blanket under quilt, whatever the heck that is. My wife is allergic to like feathers, so I'm not sure about the down part. Although I did see the climate. It's a little more expensive, but I saw them like for used for like, you know, around 30 bucks. It's a climate Luxa blanket or something like that, or climate. It's something that you can like pack up in a really small. I was thinking maybe doing that, doing 2 blankets of those and doing the Gemini under quilt. Anyway, Google Gemini under quilt. It's whoever did it is pretty intricate on it. Instead of spending $150 on it, like I said, I still don't know exactly how this is going to work out when I go motorcycle camping. Plus, you know, I'm still waiting for my camp spot to open. But yeah, that's one thing I want to do. And then I figure out an under quilt, you know, instead of spending $150, you know, if I could spend like less than that. But so far I'm liking the hammock. You know, the stands are something that you kind of bring along, not a major necessity, but, you know, just in case, you know, trees are plentiful. Yeah, the fact that this adds not only a bed, but is also a, you know, chair. It adds versatility. I'm satisfied with my skillet. Satisfied with the nice. Going out, so which is good. A little bit butter would have been good, but it's okay. That's why I get raisin bread. You don't need butter with raisin bread. But yeah, so as I was saying, what was I saying? I forgot. Yeah, I don't really need that much though for motorcycle camping. I'm thinking maybe I'll bring my extra hard, my go-to cook kit, stuff like that. Add on the skillet. The grill, I think I'll try that next time I'm here. I don't like the idea of getting grease on this thing. Although, you never know. I'm gonna give it a try. What's the worst that can happen? Gotta wash it. Yeah, that. Work on a table. And for wet days, even for wet days, yeah, that would, I could put it on here regardless of that, because when I take off my shoes on days like this and go on the tarp or the hammock and sleep, yeah, definitely something for the bottom mat. Even on rainy days, if you got the tarp set up, rainy days, you know, you got something here and you can do this right here. I like hammock idea. this is a definite success. It was a good one yesterday when I did the steak. I think I'm probably going to do that. Maybe add it on to this one. I'm not sure if I'll do the colossal fail and then this one I'll, you know, add it on to this also. But either way, I'm happy. I'm happy. So little by little, my kit is coming together. I got to figure out stuff with the cooking, because I don't know if I'm going to use a lot of that stuff. The bag, you know, some things are good in it, some things are not. Like the oil, the soap. Yes, I've got a GSI little wash kit. No, not a wash kit. My original, the first one that I got before I got this stuff, I had a GSI, the hot light, or no, the stainless steel. Yeah, the Glacier. It's like the same thing, except they want like a lot of money for it now. When it first came out, it was cheaper. They had a stainless steel version, and then they came out with the aluminum version with the black. I originally got the stainless steel one. It was smaller, and it came with 2, you know, cups. You guys seen them enough. Anyway, the bag around it, that you could actually use water in it. So you know, that thing, I used to use it for whenever I was like, you know, putting water in there, washing these things and soap and everything else. It was faster. Plus you could use it as a bail, like, you know, you go there and grab it, boom, you know. Anyway, I still got that. I'm probably gonna add that to the kit, use it. The spoon, you know, the sauce spoon, I don't know. The spatula, I don't know. I mean, that could be possibly useful. Although, like I said, I'm more of a fork guy. Everything does with the fork. And really, who the hell brings plates and all this other stuff unless it's more than one person doing it? But when it's for yourself, I mean, this is my plate. This is my pan. All I need is something to put it on. You know, I obviously used my hands more than anything else because I didn't have all that stuff there. But usually, you know, I got fork and knife and you know. And that's all you really need. You don't need like the basics, or not the basics, but the huge stuff. You don't need like, you know, tableware and, you know, tablecloth and all that crap. I mean, that's like, you know, with me and my wife, yeah, everything, you know. Dude, we got like stuff that I've never used before when it came down to my wife. And it's cool. It's awesome because it's me and my wife, you know. But when I used to go, it was like, you know, a fork, a skillet, you know, a little grate. You're set. My cook kit and you're set. We're done. You know what I'm saying? It was like clothing. Why? You know, shower. Yeah. I mean, you know, if you had something, you would go in the, you know, in the river or in the lake or wherever you're at. Otherwise, you'd go home. You know, that's why you have a house. Take a shower over there. But, you know, I mean, you know, you would also have like a 2-liter and stuff like that. You wash yourself. It's not like you buy the electric crap. But, you know, you use stuff, but not like, you know, this is the reason why we go out. So we don't have to do the stuff that we normally do at home, right? Shut off your phone. And that's it. You're away from everybody. But, yeah, so far, I'm liking this. That's the whole point of going out, you know? Like, even today, it's like, you know, I didn't go far, but you go out. You're doing something. It's not Pokemon Go or anything, but, you know, it's better. It's a whole lot better. Yeah, this is it. This is... kind of realize, like, you know, it's a lot more. Living in the city sucks. Being out here reminds you of something more, you know. Seriously, you wake up and you gotta get fire,
so that you can eat, so that you can gather more resources to gain fire so that you can eat. I mean, back in the day when, like, you know, before, that was it for people. Fire was an important thing. I mean, ashes, you know, ashes is like, that's in everything. You know, soap, it's in toothbrush, or it's in your toothpaste. It's everything. I mean, that right there, ashes, amazing stuff. You know, water, a little bit of ash, got toothpaste. That's it. The only thing you're missing is the fluoride, but that makes you stupid anyway. And me, I don't need fluoride. I'm stupid already. I don't need to get worse. But yeah, I mean, like I said, this is the reason why we get out. To like realize and go, man, you know, the basics. Get back to center. Realize what's really important. Your career, and your this, and your that. And, you know, you spend all your whole life working on your career and working on this and working on the perfect house and getting that and getting the money for this and this. And do you really enjoy it? I mean, you know, a lot of times people are waiting for their retirement to enjoy themselves. And it's like, you worked and you wasted your whole life away so that you can get something that you're barely going to enjoy as you get older. I mean, I don't understand that. I really don't understand that. And people look at me like, dude, why don't you get yourself a better job? Why don't you get this? And why don't you get that? Whose standards am I living by? Yours or my own? I get by, you know, oh, but you know, your old age and this and that. In my old age, I'm going to look back and I'm going to realize the stupid things I did, and I'm going to think about them and go, some I'm going to laugh, some I'm going to tell people about it regardless, you know. But the reality of it is that stuff really doesn't matter. What matters is like right now. I mean, not this stuff, not the video, but what matters is the fact that I'm out. Even though I didn't do a damn thing, I feel better for it. I feel refreshed. I'm ready to go home and deal with the crap. You know, that's what it's about. Because like I said, it's coming out here and go, man, you know, it took me a while to get this fire going. Oh, and then I had to figure this stuff out. And then, it's so wet out. But it came out and you're like, You know, it was a lot just for eggs and coffee. That's how it was way back in the day. They didn't have to worry about their retirement. They didn't have to worry about, you know, what their neighbors were going to think of them. They didn't have to worry about that. You know why? Because they were too damn busy trying to look for firewood, you know, and getting their damn food ready. And worried about where they're going to sleep. That's what they were worried about. The important stuff. You know, the families and all that came along. And that was more, they took a little more pride in that. Because, you know, situations like this, you kind of look forward to someone helping you. While I could have been grabbing that, somebody could have been prepping this. While I was doing that, you know, somebody could have. So family is important that way because they all kind of like, you know, work together as opposed to like, you know, one kid's going in one room watching TV or being on the internet, the other one's in another room, you know, and you're doing whatever the heck, hoping that one of them comes out so you can talk to them. And really, nobody's around each other. Everybody's in their own little world. But, you know, you take all that crap out, and what do you got? Like what they used to do back in those days, you know. If you don't work, you don't eat, right? But if you don't work together, you definitely don't eat together either. Because somebody would go, you know, do the hunting. Somebody would go do the cooking. And somebody would go do that. But it was all boom, 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 because whoever's doing it That was the importance of family. I mean, maybe you look at the people, the indigenous people, the people that were on the land already. We're indigenous to this land, by the way. We're indigenous people. Anyway, I mean, that was their sense of family. Even when you look at the, savage tribes of wherever you go, they still had a sense of family. You lose that here. You lose that here. You lose that in the city. You lose that in modern life. Because, kid goes away to school and he comes back thinking, you don't know shit, Dad. You don't know nothing, Mom. You don't know about what I go through, and you don't know about this. And isn't it the truth that in life, you did it, I did it, you're gonna do it, kids are gonna do it. We all know more than our parents. And then the reality is that when we hit ages like my own, you look back and you're like, yeah, my dad made sense. I see why he said that. My mom, yeah, I see why. And you try to pass that on to your kid, and what do they do? Same thing you did. So, I mean, but back to the basics. Back in those days, like I said, it was tighter knit, People didn't go away to learn how to do calculus. People didn't, the basics was to learn how to read and write, do math. I'm not saying that all that stuff isn't bad, but, it's just when you're the importance of that stuff, really, in cities it's important. Out in the boonies, what is it going to get you? As far as my kid, it's like, yeah, let's go out in the woods, let's do this. Build the fire. That's what's important. That you feel accomplished at. The fact that you do it. The fact that you can come up with stuff. I don't come up with a lot. I'm not a very brainy guy. But I'm not living by anybody else's standards, except for mine. That's what makes me proud. Well, like, dude, you could do this, and you could do that. Yeah, I could. Nobody's saying that I can't. Although some people say that I can't. But the question is, do I really want to? I mean, what's really important? To me, that is. To have money. I see people with money, and the more money they have, the more stress they have. You know why? Because they got more bills. I don't want more bills. I've got enough. I'm happy with what I got. And if nobody's happy with what I'm happy with, then maybe they should find someone that is happy with what they want. Because in reality, this is important to me. The city, you got idiots. They don't know the basics of how to treat people. They don't know the basics of, but yeah, they know how to pump gas. They know how to work the cash register. They know how to sit behind a desk. They know how to do the internet, I don't know any of that stuff. I mean, I try. I read. But at the end of the day, what do you get out of it? I get more out of this than what they. When you're out here, you get reminded of it. Even if it is for like a couple hours. Even if it is, you know, the majority of the day you're trying to work on a fire. Even if it is the majority of the day you trying to figure out where the heck you're going to go. Because sometimes you get some benefits, you know, of seeing some guy fall on a bike. You know, I mean, it's just, it was funny. Too bad I wasn't pointing it out, but it was funny. Either way, thanks for hearing me ramble. I'm pretty much gonna get going. I gotta meet someone. And then later on, I'm gonna see if I can finish up and do the steak on the same grill, or maybe I'll try it on that the grandpa grill. We'll see. So this stuff will probably be cleaned out. Yep. Thank you guys, and thanks for watching. Oh yeah, by the way, I got some good news and bad. Since, you know, what the hell, right? They've been talking. That's all I do. But so I got one subscriber on my YouTube channel. One real subscriber. I had two before. It was me. And then somebody else got a subscribe. So I was like, oh wow. So now I can't lie. You know, I subscribed from my channel because I got one real one. So that was like a celebration type of thing, you know. And I know who it was. It was Moto Giant. But, you know, it's cool. Whatever. I mean, you know, I don't care. This is more for me. Like I said, if you're there, if you get something out of this, then, you know, you're just as stupid as I am. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I mean, really. But whatever. If you think that any of this stuff is important, or, you know, you enjoy it, that's cool. You know, like, share, subscribe. Is that what they say? But no, I'm seriously. I mean, if you find anything interesting here, that's cool. I'm not gonna knock you for it. I'll look at you the same way I look at myself. But, you know. And it doesn't matter much now, does it? But either way. Yeah. So I'm gonna get going. And I was thinking too. Yeah, later I've got to put some more permethrin on some of the other stuff that I got. So maybe I'll do that in another spot. I can lay my stuff out. And I've got the tarp from yesterday got completely wet. I guess, I mean, I got so lucky. I just put all that stuff in one. But I got to clean that one out and dry it out. So maybe I'll go in like a flat field and go from there. But I like the hammock thing. Thank you, Giant. Good call. I'm glad I listened. I still got to figure most of the stuff out, but either way, it's all good. All right, guys. Thank you very much.